The Dolphins plan to give Tua Tagovailoa some well-earned rest late in their game against the Patriots. It seemed like the perfect moment to ease up, let Skylar Thompson handle the remaining minutes, and cruise to the finish line. But football has a way of surprising everyone, and this time, it wasn't in a good way. What should have been a routine moment turned into a frustrating misstep that left everyone scratching their heads. With Thompson under center and Jalen Wright ready to run the ball, the stage was set for a simple handoff. But instead of executing the play, the ball hit the ground. Whether it was nerves, miscommunication, or just one of those moments when things go wrong, it didn't matter. The damage was done. Patriots cornerback Christian Gonzalez pounced on the mistake, picking up the fumbled ball and running it all the way back for a touchdown. Just like that, the Dolphins' comfortable lead was cut to 31-15, with over 10 minutes still left to play. The sideline reaction was immediate. Tua, who had been given a break, was forced to return to the field to ensure things stayed under control. It wasn't how anyone imagined the game unfolding at that point. The frustration was evident, especially from head coach Mike McDaniel, who didn't mince words when addressing the situation afterward. McDaniel called it unacceptable. He pointed to the whole unit, not just Thompson, not just Wright, but everyone involved. From the way the huddle was handled to the execution of the play itself, McDaniel made it clear that this was not the standard the team holds itself to. He stopped short of assigning blame to specific players, but his disappointment was clear. "I won't point fingers," McDaniel said, his frustration still fresh. Ultimately, that falls on everybody involved. And he wasn't just talking about the fumble. This was about a broader issue, a breakdown that shouldn't happen for a team with such high aspirations. Despite the setback, McDaniel reiterated his trust in Thompson. He didn't throw his backup quarterback under the bus, but trust is something fragile in the NFL. It has limits, especially for a backup quarterback whose primary role is to step in and keep the team steady. A mistake like this doesn't just shake the coach's confidence, it raises questions for the entire organization. The timing couldn't be more intriguing either. Daniel Jones, the former Giants quarterback, is expected to clear waivers. If that happens, he'll be a free agent available to any team in need of depth at quarterback. When asked about Jones, McDaniel played it coy. He acknowledged Jones's talent, calling him a real talented player, but stopped short of signaling any clear interest in bringing him to Miami. It's a pivotal moment for the Dolphins. The quarterback depth behind Tua is something the team has to get right. One play, one mistake, and the whole season could shift. They've built a strong foundation, but it's moments like these that test whether that foundation is solid or just a facade. And with Tua's history of injuries, the backup quarterback role is far from a casual consideration, it's critical. For the Dolphins, this mistake wasn't just a momentary lapse, it was a wake-up call. They've shown they can dominate games, but no team is invincible. The NFL is unforgiving, and even the smallest mistakes can snowball into larger issues if they're not addressed. McDaniel's comments reflect that urgency. This isn't just about fixing a fumbled handoff, it's about ensuring the team's overall focus and execution meet the high standards they've set for themselves. Fans watching from home or in the stadium felt the sting of that mistake. It's the kind of moment that lingers, the kind that makes you wonder how it could happen. A botched handoff isn't just about one play, it's a reflection of preparation, communication, and discipline. Those are the things that separate contenders from pretenders. Tua's unexpected return to the game was a reminder of just how quickly things can change. The plan was to rest him, to keep him fresh for the long haul. Instead, he was back on the field, steadying the ship after a mistake that could have turned the tide. It's a delicate balance. The Dolphins are built to win now, but they can't afford to wear down their franchise quarterback because of unnecessary errors. For McDaniel, the focus now shifts to what comes next. He's not the kind of coach to dwell on mistakes, but he's also not one to let them slide. The Dolphins have lofty goals this season, and moments like this are tests of their resolve. How they respond will say a lot about who they are as a team. There's also the question of whether the Dolphins will make a move for Jones or stick with Thompson. It's not just a personnel decision, it's a statement about the team's confidence in its current structure. If they bring in Jones, it signals a willingness to shake things up, to leave no stone unturned in their pursuit of success. If they stick with Thompson, it's a sign that they believe in their ability to fix the mistakes internally. For Dolphins fans, this moment is frustrating, no doubt. But it's also a reminder of the stakes. This team is built to contend, but success doesn't come easy. Every detail matters. Every play matters. And while this mistake stings, it's part of a larger journey, a journey that's still filled with promise, as long as the lessons are learned. The road ahead doesn't get any easier. The NFL waits for no one, and every week brings new challenges. The Dolphins have shown they have what it takes to win. Now, they have to prove they can sustain it. It's not just about bouncing back from one mistake, it's about building a culture of accountability, resilience, and relentless focus. That's what separates good teams from great ones.